Namaste everyone. So this is Hari Krishnan. This is the 8th video towards the Save Soil movement by Sadhguru and the Isha Foundation. So rivers, ponds, wells. So do you think all these are natural sources of water or are they just bodies of water? I found the answer to this question a while ago. So let me share that with you. All these are not sources of water because rivers, ponds, wells, they are not sources of water. Water doesn't start from there. For example, the river is the path in which water flows to the sea, and the sea is where the water gets accumulated, and the well is where you have a containment of water. So they are not sources of water. So what is the source of water? So that's a good question, right? So that's where the whole Save Soil campaign comes, and that's why all these videos. So soil is the source of water. I'll tell you how. Soil is where the water gets stored, and that's how wells have water, and that's how the river originates from a point and then it starts flowing. So getting deeper into it. So in soil, there are pore spaces, or we can call it the porosity of soil. So which actually holds the water in it or the moisture in it. And what determines or what enhances this porosity is the microbial life or the organic content in the soil. For example, the earthworm, which is the macroscopic organism, which would have its feces as well as it just chews up the mud and then it coats it with some gluey material, which makes the soil more porous. And there are microbial life, which also does the same thing. So that way, the space between soil particles is enhanced, which would help storage of more air as well as more water in it. So that would help plant growth. Like the plant's roots require air, they require water, and all of that is stored within the pores of the soil. So the porosity or the pore space between the soil particles is the key for storing water. So that is the objective of the Save Soil campaign, to increase the microbial life in the soil from sub 1% to 1.5 to 3% at least. So that way the water holding capacity of the soil increases, and hence there is more water. Because otherwise what happens is that if you can do a simple experiment where you take a pot of mud, you just compress it and then pour water over it. The water just stays on top of it. But if you just leave some loose soil and then pour water into it, it just absorbs the water. So when the soil is more porous, there is more water in it. Otherwise it just runs off. When it rains, it just runs off. When it rains, the soil can erode. That's where agroforestry comes, and that's where covering the land in shade comes. Because if the land gets dried up, there is less microbial life. The microbial life just dies and there is less porosity. So we have various ways to increase the porosity of the soil, which is part of the Save Soil campaign. So let's make it happen and save soil. Namaste.